Do the whole video again. I will do that. So, welcome to my video. Let's talk about how, yeah, tell me about it, Lou. Let's talk about my first flight that I had with my new Phantom 4 Pro, and we'll talk about the differences between that and the Autel X-Star Premium, even though you can't really even compare these two drones because they are night and day, and I can tell you why. Hey, Devon, how are you? I'm not going to be doing too much talking to peoples because I want to do this now. What I want to do real quick is I'm going to remove this video. I'm going to show this other video. So let's talk about this video real quick. This here, I got to start it over to the beginning. Play, there we go, play. Oops, shit. Let's hit play. There we go. Now the video started. So, here's what we got. Now, this is the original video that I did of my maiden voyage, and with it, this is just a bunch of the better video of what I have. There's a lot of stuff moving all around. I didn't want to bore you guys with a 10-minute video of nothing exciting. What I did here, the whole goal of me getting out there, number one, is just to get my feet wet flying it, and then I wanted to basically play around with the camera settings. I did have to set this final video exposure way up because I did do it too dark, which is why we look a little bit funky in here. And yes, I did have FPV mode going on. Sorry guys. I fix it a little bit later. So, you know, the cool thing is, you know, I've got my friend out there. He's got an Inspire 2. He's the one that took a picture for the thumbnail. And then you can see me doing a little bit of rotating here. I was doing a little, basically a pan test. And this is so much smoother than the Autel. I mean, as anybody who's flown the Autel or the DJI or both, there's just a big difference because, well, the Pro costs twice as much. I'll get with your question in just a minute, Devon. I want to get this done and over with. This is the very first time I've ever flown it. Today was the first time I've ever flown mine. I've got 2 batteries. My app crashed 4 times while I was flying, and I did not appreciate that. That's one thing I don't like about the DJI. There's very few things I don't like, but that's kind of important to me. And I did have, you know what, Devon? I did have a problem with the controller not connecting with my phone. I turned everything off, including the tablet and the drone and the remote, rebooted it all, and it all came back up, and it worked just fine. So when I put a new battery in, and then it updated the... Actually, it did that after I updated the firmware. So anyway, this is the shot I want to tell you about. This is so cool. This shot, if I did this with my Autel, you wouldn't be able to see the city skyline at all because it would wash out too much. So this camera did a lot better job of getting the sun, you know, taking a picture with the sun in the background or pointing at the sun. So here's me doing the tap to fly. I just tested the tap to fly and flew away. I wanted to go up also. I couldn't figure out how to do that, and I just said screw it. I'm not going to mess with that today. So it worked. Did that for 20 seconds. That was about all I did. Just getting some really cool shots. Hey, thank you for everybody for showing up. I just want to say that right now. Thank you very much. And right here is the end of this flight. Yep, see that quick tilt. The other thing I have to do is I have to adjust my quick tilt because that is just a little bit too much. Anyway, that was my maiden flight. That was the greatest hits of my maiden flight. Nothing more than that. I am doing DJI in Android because I don't like Apple. This is the one I used. I looked up online, and they said that this is one of the better ones to use if it's not an Apple. My battery life did kind of suck. I was not overly, it wasn't horrible. My first battery, I ran, 22 minutes from 100% to about 25%. So 22 minutes isn't horrible. But then with my second battery from 100%, it did have to update the firmware, which, is always a fun thing. They, oh good, Apple, yeah, Apple, Lou. Anyway, after I updated the firmware on the second battery and it flew, that's actually when I had some problems and I had to reboot the whole thing. I did get it up in the air, and I've only flew for about 19 minutes, and it ended up at 23%. Was not too happy about it yet. So the app does crash a lot. Okay, so I'm normal with that. That's good to know. Thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate that. So anyway, oh Lou, I'm really gonna make you mad because my third battery came in today. Sorry about that, buddy. Yeah, I plan on doing a lot of commercial work with it, so I want to have three. I'd like to have about 50 batteries, but I don't think that's necessary, even though it would be cool. Anyway, so the other thing, what other thing I did want to show you guys, the reason I was showing you this video earlier, not that one, not that one, this one, is because of how smooth that orbit is. Now, if you've ever flown the Autel, that thing sucks at orbit. I mean, it does, and that's one of the big things I wanted to have. You know, I wanted to have a really nice smooth orbit and a smooth pan. Whenever you did the yaw on the drone, on the Autel, it would be jerky, and that drove me crazy. And I'm not going to tell you guys, and I'll tell you guys in another video why I'm not flying the Autel. There's actually a different reason. We're not going to go into that now. There's about 10 people or 5 people that actually know why, including the guy that was with me for this one because he was with me during my last flight for the Autel. Yeah, you get. I'll tell you what. Even with the Autel, I have an extra battery. That is at least one extra battery because you need to get that extra flight time. The biggest problem I have with flying is that I live within O'Hare airspace. I have to drive a couple miles out of here, and since it's Chicago, obviously, and since I have to drive at least 2, 3, 4 miles out of here. In Horner Park, where that was done, that's where I do a lot of flying, and that, as you can see, it's a wide open field. In fact, my friend, he was there and he'd not flown there before, and he got his Inspire 2. He was flying it at about 62 miles an hour because of all that open space. He was really digging that. He was cruising. That thing was really awesome, and he's got 2 sets of batteries too. He just got another set. Okay, so hey, thanks guys. Keep asking questions. Some things so the 2 things I don't like is the battery life seemed a little bit off to me, and I'm hoping that changes. I'm hoping it's just because it was the first charge, and the app crashing in Android. Those are not enough to make me get rid of it because the video quality is way too good. The 4 Pro is just, oh my gosh. The video on the 4 Pro, again, I was saying earlier, but I think my audio was screwed up. The video files that you get, my computer is a very good computer, but it cannot handle these videos. So I have to actually import them in a way that actually pre-renders everything at a lower resolution. I can edit in that lower resolution, and then when I render the final, then it renders it in a better quality from the originals that I can't do anything with. And even that little 3-minute video I just showed you, the one that has all the fade to blacks and all of that, that took almost 10 minutes to render, which is a lot longer than I expected. I expected usually about 5 minutes, but it's because of that, the bit rate that it has, and the quality. And I'm just very happy. So yes, I agree with you on that, Lou. When you feel rushed to manage to get a good 2-minute video footage when you only have 20 minutes to fly. My problem is that right about the time my batteries are dying, I'm like, oh, I want this cool shot, and I don't have time to get the cool shot. And yes, JR, I did hear that the Autel was coming up with a firmware and upgrade in February, but can I remind you, thanks, GoFundMe. Yeah, but I want to remind you, JR, that tomorrow's the end of February, and there's things, I mean, again, Autel is there's a purpose for Autel, and there's a purpose for DJI Pro, this Pro. Autel has its good purpose as far as a commercial video for like high-end professional videos that you want to put out for commercials and whatnot. It's there, but it's not. It's at its best is not as good as the 4 Pro's worst. That's what I'm saying. I mean, but you're paying twice as much for the Pro, so that's what you're going to get. You're going to get that extra level, and I'm happy that I have it. I'm very happy that I bought my premium because it was a lot of fun to fly, and I got a lot out of it. And I hope they do fix a lot of the things, and that would be awesome. I have nothing against them at this point, nothing at all. So I do enjoy them. Yeah, I know, Jay. Anyway, let's see. What else do we have? You guys I got some questions. You got any questions about my first flight that I haven't already answered? Devon, I hope I answered your question about the controller. Get the P4 after the upgrade to the P4P. Well, you know, the only reason you need to go to the Pro is if you're going to do commercial video. If you're not going to do commercial video, the the P4 is fine. That's a fantastic drone in and of itself. And JR, yes, I want Autel to succeed also because of the market and all that stuff in the gimbal designs and all of that, because DJI needs to have a good competitor. 3D Robotics is going to be going out. Because they're going to be doing more commercial stuff, and so actually they're going to be doing more software stuff. Autel, I think they might be gearing towards more industrial. But if you saw the new drone that the M200 that DJI is coming out with, yeah, maybe in the future, that DJI is coming out with, the M200, that one that's weatherproof, where you can fly it in the rain, snow, whatever, and probably not too high winds, but you can fly it near electrical lines. It's for industrial inspections more than anything else. I mean, it's you can put that high end camera that can go on the Inspire too, but whatever. It also has an infrared and it has a lot of stuff. Go on their site and look at it. I'm not here to be a commercial. I'm not. And don't get me wrong and say, do you think upgrading to a 4K drone when you already have a 1080p is worth it for a hobbyist? Lou, that's an excellent question, going from 1080p to 4K as a hobbyist. If you have no need for 4K, what I like about, if you watched my video on why 4K and 1080p, it's somewhere, you just look at my channel, it's one of my latest videos. If you don't need the functionality of 4K, no, you don't need it. There's absolutely no need. If you're going to do real, like, commercial videos, yes, you're going to need it. If you want to do something more cinematic and you want to have more flexibility with what you have in the frame, like if you do in 4K, you can obviously zoom in and not lose any quality. So yeah, if you're going to do that kind of stuff, if that's what you want to do, you're going to need 4K. But generally, as a hobbyist, I don't really see a need for it. I mean, it's more preference if you see a need. I'm sorry I'm moving around a lot, but my chair is a little uncomfortable. It's not the best chair in the world. So yeah, but that's an excellent question, Lou. Thanks for asking that one, and I hope I kind of answered your question. I don't know exactly what your purposes are for the video, what you're gonna do. If you're gonna do high-end stuff, you want to get that 4K. And see, this my webcam is 1080p, so, and the videos I put up mostly on YouTube are 1080p. So Jeffrey, that's an excellent question. Let me get into this 1080p let me finish up 1080p. I have a DSLR, my Nikon. It's also 1080p. I have a GoPro that's not a 4K. I've got the older GoPros. So the only 4K cameras I have are on my phone and on my drone. So, I upload mostly in 1080p. But anyway, I would prefer to have 4K everything, but I don't have the money for it. Now, Jeff, asking about the P4P being my last drone for a while. My pocketbook says, yep, that's going to be it for a while. Now, this summer, I'm lining up work. If I line up enough work and I make a lot of money and I make some profit, then I will be buying maybe a second P4P as a backup, or maybe I will get the M200 because I do have an opportunity, a possibility of getting into the industrial inspection site, because I have a lot of good things. No problem. I'm glad to help you, Lou. Because I have an in, kind of, for industrial inspections for a lot of different things in this area. And I think that would be a really good thing to have if I can come in and be their inspection person for all of these different things. So P4P, as it stands right now, my final drone right now, yes. As long as if my business takes off, as it should be soon, because I'm seeing a lot of extra activity coming my way, so I'm hoping that I have a new M200 by the end of the year. That'd be a nice goal, wouldn't it? So any more questions, guys? This has been a really good live stream. I thank you guys for all showing up. Hey, I want to do this little thing because I just like doing this. Isn't that cool? Oops, that's kind of cool. I made that. There's my logo. I had that paid. I paid to have that done, and I did that though. That was easy. If you guys, here's another thing. If you guys want or need any help for editing or any of this stuff, give me a call. Send me in a message. I'll help you out. For the summer, I will invest in a second battery. I do feel good, Lou. I'm telling you what, you won't be sorry. If you can afford it, if you see a deal, or whatever, don't buy used, number one. But if you can find two extras, I think that's the sweet spot. That's what I see. Whenever I saw some used P4s on Craigslist, I saw I saw a lot of 3 battery sets. A lot of them had 3 batteries. NGL. I don't know what NGL means. Maybe that's maybe see you later kind of thing. So I'm glad I helped you out a little bit, Lou. But yeah, I would try to get 3. But if you can't get 3, get 2. At least get 1 extra at the very least. I'm sure that Jeffrey would agree with me also because I've talked to him offline. But again, I'm talking a lot. Live streams are fun. Anyway, what I would like to say is that thanks. Number one, thank you guys for watching and participating. I really do appreciate that. I do intend on doing more live streams. I do have some videos coming out. I've got I actually recorded an unboxing, not of the 4 Pro, not of that. It was a different drone someone else purchased and said, "Hey, you want to do an unboxing?" And if not gonna lie, thank you. And if 5 batteries. If you're wondering why I did not do a P4P unboxing, it's because I have 0 patience. I got it and I opened it. I didn't want to set up a camera. I didn't want to say it. I just wanted to open it up and play. So that's why. Oh, I'm glad. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. Yeah, I play with my ears. I'm weird. So anyway, some more videos I'm making. I've got the recorded version. I've got everything recorded for that unboxing of the other drone. Again, a friend of mine bought it, and I went to his place and recorded it. I just have to edit that. I am going to do a video on frames per second because in one of the groups I had someone ask about that, frames per second, and I think that I can do a really good video on that. I'm also going to do a video on why I'm not flying my Autel right now, even though you may know some of it now, but you don't know the full story, and that's something you might want to hear. 5 batteries, you were kidding. I'd like to have about 10, but that's a lot of weight. My drone, it came with a kit. I got a kit one, so it came with an extra battery. It came with an extra battery charger. The one that charges 3. It also came with the prop protectors. I can't put it in the case with these on. I'm not going to sit and mess with these every single time. If anybody needs prop protectors, call me. They're yours. I don't need them. I won't use them. I mean, the way I see it, I'll hit a tree. I've got the DJI refresh if I need to. I hope I don't need to use that ever. But it's good to know it's there. But my goal is to not get near things. Let's hope I can control that. Let's hope I do that all the time. But it did. It came with a kit. It came with the protectors. It came with an extra battery. It came with a backpack case that looked like it was carbon fiber, but obviously it's not because it's not that expensive. That will be getting replaced probably within the next 6 months because I don't like it. I'll just put it simple. I mean, I can't put my tablet in there. I have to, if I forget this, it's not going to be much fun flying. So I want to have that. I want to have something that'll carry the tablet. And I mean, yes, I can go. I've got, let's see. Yeah, so you can see my box back there. So yes, I can grab that case and use it, but I'm not going to. Yeah, you can. Lou, you can get a lot of great video without putting the drone in a tree. Gonna put wrap all over it. Wrap it up so it doesn't get hurt. Put bubble wrap all around it. Yeah, it'll fly really well then, right? Oh, you guys are hilarious. And I'll keep this going a little bit longer. I may not, we'll see how I can edit. I'm hoping I can edit that whole beginning of crappy sound out. I think I can do that on YouTube. Where am I? But the one thing that bothered me most, guys, when I tried to do a live stream on YouTube from the flight, before I even took off from the ground, I'm like, I want to do this. I tested it on a private stream at home, obviously on my local Wi-Fi, and I have a T-Mobile phone where I have where I can do Wi-Fi. We're gonna make a hotspot. So I created it. The tablet, it connected to the Wi-Fi just fine. Logged into my account just fine. When I hit start stream, the little thingy just sat there and went and did this. And it says, wait 60 seconds. It did this for like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And I'm like, screw it. I'm not going to sit here and waste my battery while this thing just sits there. Granted, I wasn't doing anything. It wasn't really draining the battery, but I was going nuts. I really wanted to do that. I was hoping I'm hoping I can get it working to where I can do live streams while I'm flying, because I think that would be the coolest. I know I've seen maybe a handful of them that have actually happened. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe the problem is the Wi-Fi connection. Maybe the problem is that this thing isn't that good, but this thing has got some power to it. This is not some cheesy little tablet. It was very highly rated. Yeah, it was not. I don't know what the problem was with the streaming. Maybe I'll try the Facebook streaming once and see if that works any better. I don't know. I really, really believe it has to do with the T-Mobile Wi-Fi. I'm wondering if T-Mobile says, I think we're going to block that or something. I don't know. I don't know why they would, because everybody wants to live stream nowadays from their mobile. So we'll see. I'm hoping. Well, I mean, one of the things I could do is I could just jump on my Samsung phone, and maybe I'll get like a helmet with a little camera like this. No. But it would be kind of nice to be able to live stream while I fly the drone, and I would like to be able to talk, because the way it works is you have you have your headset into this, and you talk into the microphone here. They hear your voice, and they see what the camera sees out there. That's what I would like to do. T-Mobile is not horrible in the U.S., but it's, I think, the fourth. I've got Sprint, which is number 3. Number 2 is AT&T, and number 1 is Verizon. T-Mobile isn't horrible, but that's the first time I tried to do anything with the Wi-Fi. So, I don't know. Maybe I have to just play around with it some more. Maybe it was the location I was in. I doubt it, because the Horner Park is in the middle of a really nice neighborhood, and I'm sure there's plenty of stuff going on. Maybe to do a live feed, since WX is going to be WX. Tomorrow I can do a live feed. WX will be greater for flying. Yeah, but I can't use. See, Sprint doesn't let you do a hotspot without paying an extra $25 a month, and I don't want to do that. And T-Mobile lets me do the hotspot out of the box, and that's what I like about that. EE is the best over here. Weather, WX. Duh. Sorry, I should know these things. The weather is... You said the weather's going to be great tomorrow? I saw it was going to rain tomorrow. I'm coming to your house, Jeffrey. I know you live in the Chicagoland area, somewhere west of Lake Michigan and east of Iowa, from what I understand, so I'm coming. And no, do not put your address. This is a live feed. Yeah, I know. I hear you, Jeff. I'm a little. I should know these things. I really should have known these things. So if the weather is going to be better, I'm going to charge all 3 batteries, and I'm going to go fly some more and try to get some more video. Maybe, and one thing, I took 0 pictures. No clue why. Hey, if you guys like that thumbnail that I put up of the thing, that was my buddy's Inspire 2 taking a picture of me. I've got some video of him. I did a cool flyover of his. That was really neat. Actually, you know what? I can probably throw that up here too. Not this. Let's go to here and... Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't know if he wants me to show it or not, because I hope he doesn't mind. He seems like a nice guy. Seems like it. You know how it is. So let me show you some one more quick... And this is, some of the things I talk about when I talk about doing, like, making cool videos or whatever, and all this stuff that I do talk about. We're going to put this right above here. It's going to pop up. Oh, there it is. Check out that shot. I love that shot. It's just a short little shot, but I wish my shadow wasn't in it, but wasn't that cool? Anyway, how do I feel about people coming up to you? Lou, that happened today. Imagine that. In fact, I didn't even know the guy was up there, because he was talking to my friend. I mean, he's like, so which one are you? Are you the white one or the black one? And it's like, glad I'm not racist. So I was flying the white one, and he was like, that's okay. Jeffrey, be careful about what you say on here because this is on the internet and it's live, and I can't control who sees that. But yes, I know where you're at, roughly. We'll talk offline about that. Maybe I will come out there. We'll see. So people coming up to me, I make a sales pitch every flight. You know, when I was flying in Autel, I think one time, one or two times. I've only been approached two times out of the, I don't know how, I think I flew it about 15 times. I don't know, 10 or 15. And that's all that ever happened. And I've flown at this park where we were at today. I've been there, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 times before today. And no one had ever come up to me there. Never. This guy came up and he's like, "Oh, hey, so what about this? What about that?" And I wasn't really listening because my friend was talking to him. But yeah, it kind of annoys me, but it kind of doesn't because we're flying. I need to focus on flying. Please let me talk. Let me do this. And usually if you say, hey, as long as you tell them I'm not going to make eye contact with you because I need to pay attention to the drone, and if I seem to fall away or whatever, it's because I'm focusing on what I'm doing, and I don't want to kill people because I don't want to land. That's a good idea. Thank you, Jeffrey. Anyway, that's I love my drones. I love flying, and but if I'm doing something for stock footage or whatever I'm doing, I don't want people to bother me. I think what I'd like to do is get a shirt that just says "Leave me the hell alone." I know there's one cool shirt I saw on the back. It says, like it says drone pilot, something like very high, very much. Just basically answers all the questions right there on the back of the shirt. Very fast, awesome, I love it, go away, something like that. I should get a t-shirt like that. Or maybe I should get like yellow tape and put it like 20 feet all the way around me. That would be a good idea. Like I'm doing an event or something, or like cones. Maybe cones aren't a bad idea. Now, what I would like to know, actually, another friend of mine brought this up to me yesterday on a phone call, and this is something that, talking about people coming up to you, kids come up and start talking to me, and that one, the kids. I'll talk about that in a second. But one of the things that has not happened to me is that a police officer has not come up to me. Now, there's something that, how do you handle that? Well, how would I handle that is I would handle it in the fact of saying, "Okay, officer, if he's like saying, you can't fly that around here, you want that shirt too." Yeah, I'll see if I can find a link to it. I'd say, "Okay, officer, if you don't mind, I need to focus on landing this, and then I'll talk, and I'll whatever you want to do, just let me land this safely." But maybe they just call it, because I don't know how many police officers know the rules, don't know the rules. And my friend and I were talking about, and unfortunately I was busy yesterday and I really couldn't go very in depth with him. But he was talking about maybe making a series about how to talk to police officers and educate them, because I don't know how many of them are educated about it. I mean, some of them may know all the rules, some of them may not know anything. I do know that there's a local fireman that does. I think he's subscribed to my channel. And if he sees this, I would like to know if he can comment on this video. You know who you are, on what he thinks the police officers don't know, or if he wants to send me a message privately that needs to be, where I can't tell people things, that would be fine too. To be honest, even the officer's wrong. Exactly, Lou. Even if the officer is wrong, you have to respect his authority, because all you're going to do is upset him. And the last thing you want is having a cop upset with you, because then things can get ugly. And I totally agree. If you know you're in the right, and of course, if you've argued, and I say that very in air quotes here, if you've told him what the rules are and what that is, or in a very polite fashion, and he still says, "Well, I don't want you flying here," you pack up and you go home. Yeah, you had a police officer come up to you because he liked it and wanted to know more about it. Yeah, and I hear that. I've heard of that. I haven't had it happen. And I don't know. I would like to know how many of the rules do they know. I mean, because I don't know if you guys saw this in the group I belong to, but when I did some video, I posted a video of Oak Street Beach, and people were, "Whoa, you can't fly there." It's like, well, actually, yes, I can, as long as I don't fly over by the helipad, which is over on the hospital. And I knew the radius of it, and I knew where it was at, and I didn't fly over there. And not to mention, I believe that was a higher elevation than the highest I went. So I think that I was safe in more ways than one. And you just have to be careful. And you're right, and how much do the officers know? And nobody came over to me. Now, there was a day I was flying in a different park, Independence Park, and while I was flying, and I flew for 30 minutes, because I went both batteries, and it was a couple, 30, 40 minutes. There was a police officer that was parked over there on the side of the road. It's not a very big park, and he never came over to me, and he never talked to me about anything, and he left. I'm like, okay. Okay, I was ready to answer any questions or stop flying or whatever. I wasn't being a stupid idiot flyer, so he really didn't have much to do. Oh wow, I just noticed that my video's not in high def in 1080p. That bothers me. Oh well. Okay, guys, this has been going on kind of long enough. I'm gonna start wrapping it up here. Anyway, I've got some videos coming up. I've got the unboxing of a different drone. I've got the FPS video. I actually have to record that yet. I also have to record the story of the Autel. And if there are video suggestions that are something you would like to see, like how, and remember, my channel is all about about helping you make your videos better, your drone videos better. I want to improve your drone videos. That's what my channel is about. If there is a question or whatever, leave a comment in the video. If you know how to get a hold of me on Facebook and one of the groups I belong to, go ahead and ask me whatever. I will answer your question, maybe right there in the comments, or if it's something that I can make a good video about, I will make a video. If you are not already subscribed to the channel and you want videos like that, please subscribe to this channel and join the community and enjoy all of the good stuff that it has, because I think we're growing a really nice community here. If you like this video, click the like button. Don't forget to share it with people. And this has been a long live stream, and I appreciate everybody joining. Yes, Jeff, people think you're spying on them, but if you show them that you can't. Anyway, we won't go down that road right now. I want to wrap this up, and I want to go and try to edit this video and fix it. So you guys, make a video on all the awesome people that follow your video feeds. Okay, Jeff, we'll do that, all right? Actually, if you guys want to be in some videos, that's fine. We can work something out. Anyway, again, I gotta go, guys. Don't forget, like, share, blah, 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 and fly safe at all times. And until next time, you know what's coming. Bye!